Oh my gosh, Vince, you know I love Fran Dunphy, but did you see Aaron Mckie's presser?
Bri, not only did I see this presser, I was so taken back by it that I got Aaron Mckie's high school coach, got some contacts, and I said, you know what? We're going to get him on the show.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be so basketballed out. I'm so excited, but first, let's take a timeout. Hello and welcome to Temple Timeout, the official web series of Temple Updates the Sports Desk. Alongside Vince Call, I'm Bri Hofsass. Vince, let's get right into it.
Yeah, it's a basketball episode today on the show, and the Aaron Mckie era of Temple basketball has officially begun. So let's take you right to McGonigal Hall, where the formal introduction was made for Coach McKie. As we know, Aaron Mckie has been a part of Temple's staff since 2014. He was the associate head coach, and everyone knew this change was coming last spring. And it's funny that this event happened in McGonigal Hall because McKie played his college career on this court. Plus, he even played high school playoffs in there when he went to Simon Gratz High School. We're going to get more into all of that. But now this is the only fifth coaching change in the last 67 years for Temple basketball. And we asked, Coach McKie, how you feeling?
Pressure. Pressure. A lot of the guys that came before me, they're Hall of Famers now. They won a lot of basketball games in this place, and I intend to do the same. So I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to move this program forward, and I just look forward to the challenges ahead of me. This is such a surreal moment for me. When I stand here in this building and the history that comes along with it. I was a kid growing up in North Philadelphia, and Temple was my dream school to play basketball at. And now I'm standing here in front of you with my dream job. Coach Chaney, when my sister passed away a few months ago, you called me and you said, Aaron, I got to do something for you. Anything. And my response to that was, you did enough. You gave me hope. You gave me a sense of pride. And you positioned me to finish the race. I thank you, and I love you.
Now let's take a look at Coach McKie's Philly basketball resume. He graduated from Simon Gratz in 1990. He was 6th all-time in scoring at Temple. He was drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers, and he spent 3 years there before returning back to Philly to play for the 76ers. He joins the Sixers in 1997 with AI, and he wins Sixth Man of the Year in 2001. And then he joined Temple's coaching staff in 2014, and he was just named Temple's next head basketball coach.
All right, now speaking of head coaches, we have a very special guest in the house, Aaron Mckie's high school coach, Coach Bill Ellerbee. Now, Coach, before we get into any talking, you were at this introduction event earlier where Aaron Mckie almost choked up as soon as he brought your name up. So you were there, you already saw it. For everyone at home who missed it, here it is.
Coach L, you set the foundation for me. Discipline. Excuse me. You gave me discipline, and you showed me tough love. You put me in the race of life, and you taught me how to be a leader every day. And I know it wasn't an easy job, because I was a difficult kid to deal with, whether a lot of you want to believe that or not. But I thank you. Thank you.
All right, so now that you hear that, Coach, is that how you expected him to react at his presser?
I was a little surprised, but I actually was probably in the same moment that he was, because I got a little emotional myself, just from him being introduced as the head coach at Temple University.
Jeez. All right, now he said that he was a tough kid to handle. I don't know if I believe that. Do you agree with that?
Well, he could be, but you know, I've had some training with tough. So, I mean, in comparison, no. In comparison, no. Absolutely.
Speaking of the comparison, I guess to other kids that you were coaching, with the plenty of kids that you coached during your time at Simon Gratz, how does he kind of stack up with them? And did you kind of predict this future success that he was going to have when he was that age?
Well, you knew he was going to be probably something special because he was such a hard worker. And he was a very, very inquisitive young man as well. So, I mean, taking that into account, yes, I knew he was going to be something special.
Now, you guys probably spent a lot of hours together at the gym. Do you have a special memory, a favorite memory with Coach McKie?
In the gym, well, it goes back. I mean, I've known Aaron since the beginning. And it just goes back to his being a gym rat. He used to come into the games. I worked at a recreation center where it was very, very active recreation center, games almost all the time. Aaron used to sit at the end of the court, and anytime there was a break in the action, he would grab his ball and go out and shoot from one side and then run to the other side and shoot, you know, until somebody chased him off. But he'd stay there for hours, just, you know, just looking for the opportunity to put up a couple of shots.
So with the way Temple basketball coaches have been working recently, there's not a lot of hires that are made. So it seems like Temple fans will be seeing Aaron Mckie for the foreseeable future for a long time. So yeah. What's something fans should know about him from a high school coach's perspective?
Well, he has high expectations for himself, so I'm sure he's going to have the same thing for his for the people who are in his charge. So I think that as far as the players and everything, he's going to expect them to give 100% all the time like he did. So, I mean, I think all coaches say that, but, you know, trying to get that out of your young student athletes is something different, you know, but he can do it. Now, he's the kind of a person who can do it without raising his voice and without doing jumping jacks and push-ups and everything to get your attention. So I think he's going to do a great job.
All right,
That's
Coach
awesome.
Ellerbee, thank you so much for coming on this show. We look forward to seeing you courtside, hopefully next season, cheering on Coach McKie.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And let's not forget about the team Aaron Mckie will inherit next season, a group led by Quentin Rose and Nate Pierre-Louis, both of which just earned some Big Five honors. Our second team all Big Five. Q Rose was also second team for the AAC, and Nate Pierre-Louis earned Most Improved Player for the American Athletic Conference. They're both in my starting five next season. I don't know about you, Vince.
Yeah, and since we love projections around here, let's take a look at both of our starting fives. I'll start with my starting five that we are going to expect for next season. Bringing up the ball, Nate Pierre-Louis. We talk about him, I feel like, every show. Shooting guard, Alani Moore into his senior year. It's going to be a big year for Alani Moore at shooting guard. He hasn't started yet in his first 3 years, but he's had a ton of playing time. Then, of course, Quentin Rose we talked about. J.P. Mormon, who down the stretch had a ton of playing time. Plus, Justin Hamilton, another guy who got a ton of playing time down the stretch. Ton of experience on this team. There's my starting five.
All right, I agree with you some, but I don't know, coming off the bench, I think we differ a little bit. I also agree, I think Nate Pierre-Louis is going to be bringing the ball up the court. He's super athletic. This is a really athletic team. I think he can handle that pressure. Then I have Quentin Rose, obviously, as the shooting guard. He was second leading scorer on the team this season with 16.3 points per game. I have Jere Perry and J.P. Mormon coming in as the forwards. They saw some good minutes. They kind of were inversed a little bit with their timing this year, but I think that they both are coming into their junior year with enough experience. And then I have Justin Hamilton. He saw a lot more playing time down the stretch, and I think that he's going to win the starting position over Damian Moore.
Yes.
But Alani Moore II, he's an interesting person to talk about. I don't think that these two are going to be playing together a lot. I think Alani's going to come in when, you know, the team, they want to really run the ball. They're, again, like I said, they're super athletic and super quick. But something that we have to keep in mind, Vince, is Q Rose going to declare for the draft? He did that last summer. He did come back. He said that he wants to come back next year, but it's always something that you have to keep in mind. Obi and Encionia did that. Quentin DeCozy did that prior. So it's something that we have to keep an eye on.
I think fans should be able to expect Quentin Rose to come back next season, but just like he's probably going to test the waters, see what the NBA scouts are feeling. I don't see him as a first 1 or 2 round pick, but maybe NBA scouts disagree with me.
All right, and with that, we are all out of timeouts for today's show. Be sure to follow us online for all updates all week long.
Yeah, next week, Temple football spring game will be a hot topic, and we'll be here covering it completely. Once again, thanks for watching.